Doomscrolling is good for you, apparently. That says YouTube, says video creator. I'll see you in the next video. No, that's not what I'm going for. Doomscrolling, it's not all bad. That is what I will say. It's not all bad, and I'll tell you why. It's actually one reason why, which I'll dive into shortly. But firstly, I've been pretty damn critical of short form content, and like people call it doom scrolling, which is the term that most people acknowledge that obviously is bad, and that's just when pretty much you just caught on your phone. Where's my phone? The demonstration, where you're pretty much just caught on your phone going like this and swiping, watching, doing whatever. I was at the train station the other day, and all people are doing is that. They're just literally looking at their phones. I mean, there's not much else to do at the train station, let's be honest, but all people are doing, just sitting on their phones. And I was looking at the younger generation. I hate to start this off with a tangent, but I will. Looking at the younger generation, and it kind of is sad just to look around and see like every single kid just face down on their phone. But again, you can't blame them, because then you look everywhere else and all the adults are doing the exact same thing. So what else were they going to think? What else are they going to think is normal? Anyway, where was I? Doom scrolling isn't all bad. And there's one reason why it's not bad. But I'll tell you how I came to this realization. Picture this, okay? Just a nice Sunday morning. What are you meant to do on Sunday morning? You're meant to sleep in, quote unquote. That's what people say. You're meant to sleep in. You're meant to take it easy. That's kind of what I was doing. I don't know what I slept into, but that's not relevant. But what I was doing, sitting on my couch, made a delicious iced coffee in warm weather. That in one hand, the iced coffee, and in the other hand, my phone. What was I doing? I was watching TikTok. And guess what I was doing? I was having a great old laugh. My wife was doing the same on the couch next to me. Just both sitting there having a giggle. As 30-plus-year-olds. Like, it's not... Again, remember when TikTok was like for young people and it's for dancing, for doing stupid things only? No. Now, it can literally entertain you and it can make you laugh. And that moment I was just like, okay, we are quote-unquote doom scrolling. Like, we are. That's kind of what we're doing right now. But we're laughing. We're literally laughing out loud to ourselves and to each other. And I thought, what a kind of wholesome moment. But it kind of was like, okay, everyone, including myself, is like, short form is bad. It's just bad for you. Don't do it. You'll get sucked in, whatever. But I'm the same as them. Like, I think that, and I'm still am firmly in the boat of that. But it made me realize that it's not all bad. The key to all of that, though, there's one key, and that is to be intentional. We were intending to sit down on our phones and have a laugh. We were having phone time, as we call it. We literally do. That's what we're doing. But being intentional is the entire key to, I guess, where doom scrolling or just looking at all this short form content, in my mind, is fine and is good for you. The fault, I don't know if you can call it a fault, but the fault is when you unintentionally doom scroll, when you just naturally pick it up. You're like, yep, I got nothing else to do, so I'm just going to stare at my phone. And you don't intend to do it. That's to me when it feels the worst, and it is the worst. You don't intend to do it, but you do it because it's a muscle memory almost. Okay, I'll just pick up my phone and waste a few minutes. Waste 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It blows out to 30 minutes sometimes, like it literally does for some people, and I'm going to put myself in that boat. I haven't done it for a while, but I tell you, sometimes you're literally just like, what the hell am I doing? And it feels awful. So being intentional, that's the number one thing. But the second thing, the short period of time. Obviously, do it for a short period of time. As I just said, like, if you're doing it for, I'm going to say 5 minutes, more than 5 minutes even, short 10 minutes, whatever, have a bit of fun. But if you're doing 5 minutes, cool, and you're intentional about that 5 minutes, that's good. Have a laugh. I think there's nothing wrong with that. You can be silly, you can do that, but control the time. All right, so the factor here that I think is good is laughter. It's all centered around laughter. If doom scrolling, I hate calling it that, but that's kind of just what it is. If doom scroll is centered around laughter, maybe it's a decent thing. It's all right for you, because I'm telling you, I'm going back to that Sunday morning example that I just had. If I can sit there as a 33-year-old now, just ticked over 33 by the way, but if content can make me laugh out loud as a 33-year-old sitting on my couch, not a kid, nowhere near a kid, if content can do that, I think that's just great. Laughter is the best medicine, as they say, and anything that can make me not take life so seriously and just laugh out loud, or just laugh to myself, or just take some steam off. Anything that can do that is a good thing. To me, it has to be a good thing. And once again, it's monitored. It's not like hours on end, but it has to be a good thing if you can do that and you're fine to do that. It's bringing out that inner child. If anything that brings out the inner child, you have to give it, you get a tick in my eyes, essentially. You really do. And I think we should never lose that inner child in us, because what's the point otherwise? Like, not going to get too deep, but what's the point if you're, I think, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and you can't just be goofy. You can't just be stupid, and that involves this short form content. Like, there are some very funny people on phones, on TikTok, on Instagram. There are some very funny people. They've got some talent. Their talent is to entertain. So who are we to take away that time, their right to entertain? It's good for them and it's good for us. It just makes me realize that there is a good side of short form content, and maybe we shouldn't be so harsh on it. And that leads me nicely to this. Social media isn't that serious. It's just not. Like, I talk about it a lot. I think about it a lot. I work in the space. So there is, of course, there's serious parts of it, about it. But if everything you think about it, or is everything you talk about it, is just like in a really serious sense, I think we need to strip it back. Like, it's not that serious. It's entertainment. It's entertainment that you can moderate to be good for you. And I think that's a pretty good way of summing it up, even if I do say so myself. You be intentional with it. You moderate the time. You know when you're going to stop. I do this. If I pick up my phone and I say to myself, and yeah, like, it's not, nobody's perfect. With this stuff especially, nobody's perfect in the sense that I'm preaching, hey, only pick up your phone when you're being intentional with it. But of course I don't. But something I try to do now is when I do pick up and I do find myself kind of just scrolling through apps and swiping or whatever, look at the time. And then you look at it again and you're like, okay, for example, it's 1:40 p.m. when I'm recording this now. You say, by the time it hits 1:45 on my phone, when I look top right on my screen, as soon as it hits 1:45, I have to stop. I'm stopping. Like, I am stopping. Just tell yourself that. As soon as it ticks over, you stop. And that means you're intentional. That means you're purposely just having a break, letting some steam off, having a giggle. Doesn't matter what age you are. We all deserve a giggle. But that's the intentional part behind it. So that's where I kind of stand with the short form, and I thought it was fitting because my first video was all about long form and how much I think it's going to grow and how much I'm going to focus on it, because I think it's just the way to build trust and authenticity. But that's how you can almost look at it. Long form is trust, authenticity, and short form, pretty much entertainment and growth. That's how I'm going to label them right now for those two sort of describing factors for each one. And I think that makes sense. But I'm still firmly in the boat that, look, for the most part, if you find yourself doom scrolling or just scrolling a lot, it's pretty bad for you. Like, and I'm sure people are different. Maybe people do it and they're like, you know what, I actually don't feel affected by this. I actually feel fun. I put that phone down, I laugh some more, I take some in, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I can get on with my life. But I will say that's not necessarily me. Most of the time when I'm doing that myself, I feel pretty crappy. Like, you're like, why did I just waste that time, even if it is 10 minutes or 5 minutes? Like, but why did I just waste that time where, one, like you feel like your eyesight's getting worse. Two, you feel like your mood's straight away going down. You're comparing to what you see online, whether it might be content that you do or you want to do. There's all these negative things, but the overall feeling I get is just of my mood lowering. It's just going down, and it does that consistently. I'd say it does that consistently if you don't intend on doom scrolling. So just think about how you use short form content and when you consume it, because I'll say it again, we should not beat ourselves up for these doom scrolls, but be intentional about it. And I say this to myself and I say this to anyone watching because I think it's so true. Don't be like, oh, it's like I'm on Instagram again or I'm watching TikTok again. Like, we shouldn't beat ourselves up. Social media isn't that serious. We all deserve some steam off, all these things again, but be intentional. Just be intentional, okay? Doom scrolling is bad. Just remember that though.